April 2nd, 2025, the day the world changed. President Donald Trump has just imposed a massive wave of tariffs, shaking global markets and setting the stage for what some are calling a new economic war. We are finally taking back control of our economy. No more unfair deals. No more exploitation of American workers. So, what exactly is happening? Trump's new tariffs target multiple countries, slapping a 10% base tariff on all imports, with some countries facing much harsher penalties. China and Taiwan, 32%, European Union, 20%, India, 26%, all car imports, 25%, tariff. Supporters say this will bring jobs back to America, boosting domestic production. But what if there's more to the story? What if this isn't just about trade, but about power, control, and a reshaping of the global economy? A hidden agenda? Is this really about fair trade, or is there something deeper at play? Some believe that this move is part of a master plan, a push to decouple America from foreign supply chains and create a self-sufficient economy. Could this be a strategic play to weaken certain global competitors? This is about national security. We can't depend on China for our essential goods forever. Tariffs don't just hurt foreign companies, they make everyday products more expensive for Americans. That's right. While these tariffs could create jobs, they also raise prices on everything from cars to smartphones. So, is this a calculated risk or an economic gamble? The world reacts. The European Union is furious. China is already hinting at countermeasures. Even America's closest allies are scrambling to respond. But could this be exactly what Trump wants? A complete reset of global trade? Trade partners around the world are calling these tariffs unprecedented. China has hinted at raising its own tariffs on American agricultural products, potentially crippling U.S. farmers. The European Union has already proposed countermeasures, including tariffs on American tech giants and luxury goods. India, a rising economic powerhouse, is considering restricting American imports in retaliation. Some financial analysts warn that a trade war of this scale could send shockwaves through the global economy, triggering inflation and stagnation in multiple sectors. American car manufacturers that rely on imported parts now face higher costs, which they will likely pass down to consumers. Major corporations are scrambling to find loopholes or alternative supply chains to offset potential losses. However, Trump's supporters argue that these tariffs will force multinational corporations to reinvest in American manufacturing, leading to long-term economic growth. "We've been outsourcing for too long," one advocate claims. "This is the wake-up call we needed to bring jobs back home." The silent players. Amid the chaos, there are those who stand to benefit from the tariffs. American steel and aluminum industries are already seeing a rise in demand, with stocks soaring as companies anticipate a manufacturing resurgence. Small businesses that rely on domestic production may find new opportunities as competition from cheap imports decreases. But some are asking, are there hidden forces influencing this policy? Could certain lobbyists or industry leaders have pushed for these tariffs for their own gain? Reports have surfaced that some of Trump's closest economic advisors have deep ties to industries that stand to profit the most from these tariffs. If this is true, then is this about nationalism, or is it about power and profit? Critics are also questioning the timing. With the next election approaching, could this be a strategic move to solidify Trump's support base among working-class Americans? By positioning himself as the leader who is fighting for American jobs, Trump may be banking on a surge in voter confidence. A new economic order? If these tariffs persist, the world could be looking at a new economic order. Countries affected by the tariffs may seek alternative trade alliances, reducing their reliance on the U.S. In fact, whispers of a new economic pact between China, the EU, and Russia are already making headlines. Could Trump's tariffs inadvertently push America's competitors closer together, creating an even greater threat to U.S. economic dominance? Some believe that this move will accelerate the de-dollarization movement, where countries move away from using the U.S. dollar for international trade. If major economies decide to conduct transactions in alternative currencies, the dominance of the dollar could be at risk, altering the financial power structure of the world. As uncertainty looms, businesses, politicians, and everyday citizens are left wondering, is this the beginning of America's economic revival or the catalyst for global financial chaos? One thing is for sure, this is not just another trade policy. It's a defining moment in history. Whether it leads to economic disaster or America's greatest comeback, only time will tell. If you found this video insightful, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We bring you the real stories behind the headlines. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you think these tariffs will save America's economy, or are they a disaster in the making? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.